Welcome to Senior Moment with Nurse Linda and Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
This is
Christmas, everybody.
this is
Yes.
Dr. Charles Campbell, man behind the camera, and this is our leader from Brooks Healthcare, the cheerful and very festive dressed Nurse Linda.
Christmas, one of my most favorite holidays.
Besides birthdays, because those are the only two you get gifts.
And birthdays are not a big deal. No, the second on the list is Halloween.
Oh, you get free candy. Okay, I got it.
See, candy on both of them, and they're both very happy holidays, and yeah,
Well,
just what I enjoy.
happy holidays are good. Better than the alternative. This is brought to you by Brooks Healthcare. Phone number 803-941. Whoa. 7231. The broadcast transmitter sort of went over the sign. 803-941-7231. And today we're talking about
This is Safe Toys and Gifts Month, of course, being the month of December when a lot of gifts are being given. And there's a lot that's happened over the years regarding toy safety. I grew up in a time where they didn't have all these protections, and we actually played with lead-based painted toys and toys with small parts
and lawn darts.
lawn darts and sharp edges on toys and all kinds of things like that. Yes, the eyes would come off the dolls, and yeah, well, things have changed a lot over the years, and they've changed for the better. And I'm not trying to make fun of it or anything, even though we survived it. There are many children who didn't. There were serious injuries involved. And what we have is the definition of what makes a safe toy is safety is the practice of ensuring that toys, especially those made for children, are safe. And that's very basic. It's very simple. Standards exist to prevent accidents, not to make a toy more fun or more colorful or anything else, just to prevent accidents. The most recent statistic I could gather was from 2005, where 20 children under the age of 15 died related to toy-related injuries.
What happened?
They didn't say, it was just toy-related injuries.
Okay.
So most of them, in addition to that, another statistic was over 202,000 were treated in emergency rooms for toy-related injuries. That could be cuts, it could be swallowing a piece of a toy.
Very small children.
Yes, yes. And even older children who get to play with the bigger toys, who don't take the care with them because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the experience that something may go wrong. Kids get into that phase where I'm invincible. These are the kids that try to jump off roofs. They don't know what the outcome will be. Okay, so this is what happens. And those little toys they used to have where you could put a little rocket in there and shoot it, and the kids would shoot it at each other. So of course somebody was going to get hurt. I mean, it just, and parents can't be there 24/7, even though helicopter parents think they can be. You can't be. You cannot be with your child every second of the day.
What was the name of that movie where the little kid wanted a BB gun?
Oh, that was a Christmas story.
Christmas Story.
Yes.
The dad had a leg lamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very popular movie.
I got a BB gun for Christmas when I was a kid. We were, of course, we knew how to handle guns. I got my first rifle on my 8th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't point a gun at somebody unless you're going to shoot them.
Exactly. And that's what kids are supposed to be taught. But then you have friends come over and they find the gun. They don't have a clue. They take it out. An accident happens before anybody can stop them. And this is part of the problem. So what we want to do is reduce those hazards. And some of the potential hazards include ingestion of toys or toy parts, cuts, choking, impaling, having an object impaled in you, stuck in you, things like that. Lawn dart. We're going to talk about lawn darts too. Yes, so we get a little bit further here. Wrapping paper, plastic wrap from toys can become an immediate hazard for an extremely young child who cannot pull it away from their face if it gets stuck on there when they breathe it in, especially soft wrapping paper. Crates that things may come in if the crates are unstable. I can't tell you, I didn't miss a crate or a box that came through our front door.
Same here.
You made it into a fort. You did something with it, but it has to be a stable object. And then you still have splinters possibilities and things like that. So you have to be aware of all those things that may happen. Recalls, part of the safety initiative, were lawn darts. That was the first one on the list, were recalled. Now they make them with weighted heads on the front, not the sharp heads.
Oh, they still have lawn darts.
Yes, I think they now call them lawn jarts, if I remember correctly.
So
but yes,
when you get
they
hit in the head
just
with it,
weighted.
just knocks you out, gives you a concussion instead of putting a point through your head.
Point through your head, exactly. There were, from lawn darts, there were 3 deaths in 18 years, and that does not include injuries, just deaths. So they needed to be removed. Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids, and I remember these. They were only out briefly, like in 1988,
Snack
89.
time kids.
Yes, and what you had is you had a Cabbage Patch doll, which had a set of rollers in the back of the mouth area, and you would feed it food that came with the doll. So you could feed the
Push it in
Cabbage
the
Patch
mouth.
doll.
Yeah, okay.
Well, kids were getting their fingers, their hair caught, all kinds of other things from these dolls. And they ended up recalling them, and they were going to put a safety warning on them, and then ended up taking them off the market altogether. So another one, and I remember this because it was a little bit later, was magnetics.
Magnetics.
Yes, these were little objects that had magnets in different parts of this, and you could create. Some were octagonal, some were square, some were round.
Oh, like a
And
Lego.
It was a Lego, but it was they connected by magnets. And these pieces were fairly small. And what was happening is the magnets themselves were coming loose, and kids were ingesting the magnets. Now that, as a rule, isn't going to kill you, but you could choke on it. You get enough of them in your stomach, you're going to get a nice big owie when you try to get rid of that. So they ended up recalling magnetics. They reworked them and put them in there so the magnets didn't come out, and put them back on the market
That
again.
should have been the first thing they did.
Yeah, the product was made safer. But the biggest thing to remember is just common sense. Take a look at any object, and I don't care if it's on the market. Before I bought any object, I played with it in the store. Okay, what could come off? What are the eyes connected with? How are the arms connected? What does the doll do? Where's the battery compartment? Could the kids get to the batteries? I rarely bought anything with batteries before they were about 8 years old. And they could understand batteries are not candy.
I used to go in the stores and test out and play with the toys and stuff till they found out I didn't have any kids and kicked me out.
But it looked like you were being a concerned parent. That's
yeah.
Excuse me. Size up each part. Even with Legos. When my son played with Legos, we were with him when he played. He couldn't play with them unless somebody was in the room with him. And he was not one to put things in his mouth, but it's still a possibility. Look at the toy from the child's point of view. Get down on the floor and look at it. Hold it above your head and look at it. What are they going to see? Do any of the parts look like candy? Are they colorful little round objects that look like, oh, gumball? Let's put that in our mouth. Take a very close look at things and be safe this holiday season. Absolutely.
If you're going to buy your kid a BB gun, show them how guns work first to do that. But I think it's a good thing to give kids BB guns. It works for me. You're listening to segment 1 of Senior Moment with Nurse Linda on the joys of holiday toys. We'll be right back after this.